We don't see disturbances every day in the pickup truck segment, but apparently that day has just come. Because Kia's prepared a new truck, a challenger to the titans of the pickup world that will make all of us rethink everything we thought we knew about mid-sized pickup trucks. Unique styling, serious capability, and game-changing features. Are you ready to dive into what makes it so special and find out if the new Kia Tasman is worth it? Here are 7 reasons why you should get it. Number 7. Unique styling. One of the most distinctive features of the Tasman is its exterior design. If you look at other pickups in the segment, key differences are at the front, but other than variations in terms of grille and headlights, they all look pretty much the same. Well, that's not the case with the new Kia Tasman. That one doesn't look like anything else even when compared to other Kia models. Simply, the company wanted to offer a blend of style and functionality in its signature way. You may like it or not, but you can't say it's not unique. Just look at that front fascia, those unique grille and hood designs with a prominent Kia badge above the grille. Even more distinctive is the position of headlights and those bold wheel arch extensions positioned right after, creating a distinctive flat shape. On the rear end, these arches are even more interesting as they hide a fuel filler door on one and lockable storage on the other side. The rear end is probably the most conventional part of the truck, with the typical tailgate with massive Kia lettering on the tailgate and bed steps on both sides for super easy access. Furthermore, this truck can be upgraded with all kinds of accessories that make it look even better. Beadlock wheels, side steps, a ladder rack, a sports bar. The list is super long and allows everyone to customize their truck in a pretty unique way. Number 6. Strong powertrain options. Another good reason to get a Tasman is that it comes with a couple of capable powertrain options on offer. As the Tasman is currently sold in Australia and a few more markets around the world where most truckers just prefer diesel, let's start with the company's well-known 2.2-liter CRDI engine that puts out around 154 kilowatts and 441 newton-meters of torque. For those unfamiliar with these measurement units, that would be around 207 horsepower and 327 pound-feet of torque, which are figures comparable to other diesel-powered classmates like the Toyota Hilux, Nissan Navara, etc. In case you prefer petroleum gas, Kia offers a variant with the 2.5-liter Turbo 4 with 207 kilowatts and 422 newton-meters of torque, or, if you prefer, 277 horsepower and 311 pound-feet of torque. We presume that once the truck hits the North American market, this would be the primary engine of choice, though we would not exclude the possibility of seeing a V6 option with something like a 3.8-liter V6 found in SUVs like the Telluride with 290 horsepower. Besides competitive engine output, the Tasman also features a modern 8-speed automatic transmission coupled with both engines, though the diesel can also be configured in the old-school way with a 6-speed manual gearbox. Number 5. Interior design. The Tasman was primarily designed for the Australian market and other international markets, and in these areas, pickup trucks are still predominantly seen as work machines. Therefore, most models look rather cheap from the inside, with hard plastics and other low-rent materials. Things get a bit better, but only if you pick a range-topping version. On the other hand, most Tasmans look pretty impressive from the inside. Materials are finer compared to the competition, and there are way more signature styling details. Simply put, Kia paid more attention to this aspect than its well-established rivals, which makes perfect sense. Furthermore, it looks way more upscale due to the latest tech features, like the massive panel that integrates a couple of 12.3-inch screens, one for the gauges and one for the infotainment. Things like these make the Tasman look much more like a modern SUV than a work truck. Besides the style, the Tasman also offers a lot of comfort and practicality because, besides a single cab, there's also a crew cab model with a pretty generous second row that accommodates adults with ease. The only thing that may compromise the level of comfort is the rear suspension setup with good old leaf springs, but those are there for a good reason. That's to maximize durability, towing, and payload ratings, which we'll talk about in a few minutes. Number 4. Off-road performance. Like a typical body-on-frame truck, the Tasman is a capable off-roader. While the base model comes standard with rear-wheel drive, all other variants come standard with four-wheel drive. Furthermore, the X Pro trim, a dedicated off-road variant, comes with a few important upgrades. For example, there are 17-inch wheels with all-terrain tires, while there's also an electronically locking rear diff. The X Pro also comes with a 28mm suspension lift that increases the total ground clearance to 241mm. If you prefer Freedom inches, that would be a 1.2 increase, and the total ground clearance 9.5 inches. One of the things you may find surprising is the fact that there's no low-range gearing. The Tasman rather relies on the X-Trek mode, which uses electronics to manage both low-speed crawling and descent control. Of course, other drive and traction control modes are also available for snow, sand, rock, and other surfaces, pretty much everything you need to tackle demanding terrain. Number 3. Towing capacity. We already said a few words about the Tasman suspension setup. At the front, there's a double wishbone, and at the rear, there's leaf springs. It's a rather typical setup for a mid-size pickup, and therefore, Kia's new pickup is quite capable when it comes to towing. The max rating is 3,500 kilograms or 7,716 pounds, which is on par with direct rivals. But the thing is that Kia claims these figures in all versions, no matter the engine choice, cab configuration, 2- or 4-wheel drive. Moreover, once Kia launches it in North America, it will take the class-leading position along with the Colorado and Gladiator, beating potential rivals like the Tacoma, Frontier, and Ranger. Number 2. Bed length and payload capacity. If you think the Tasman's max towing capacity is amazing, wait till you see its payload. Because, according to the Korean manufacturer, all variants have a payload capacity between 1,017 and 1,195 kilograms, which translates to an impressive 2,242 to 2,633 pounds, which is way more than any other mid-size pickup on the US market and on par with many full-size pickups, which is yet another reason why Kia should bring this truck to the US market as soon as possible. Besides strong ratings, the Tasman's strong selling point is the fact that it comes with both single and crew cab variants, meaning that buyers can get different bed sizes. The crew cab model is interesting in particular because, besides the standard 5-foot bed, the Korean automaker also offers a stretched version with a 6-foot unit, which is something you can't get from American rivals, but only from the Toyota Tacoma and the Nissan Frontier. Furthermore, the Tasman comes with the aforementioned bed steps on both sides for easier access, as well as standard bed lighting. Additionally, you can get a few extra features like a power outlet or a sliding cargo floor that makes loads and unloads even more convenient. Bed dividers are available too, along with a mini table that seems like a pretty nice piece of gear for outdoor activities. Number 1. Price. The Tasman's mission is to disrupt the market where key players have already established their position long ago. So, to attract a wider range of customers, the Tasman doesn't just have to be well-built and capable, it also needs to be affordable and cheaper than future direct rivals. When we talk about the Australian market, this doesn't just mean it'll have to be more affordable than key players in the segment, like the Toyota Hilux and Ford Ranger, with flagship versions that go way over $70,000 Australian. The pricing is about to be announced pretty soon, and it's expected that the new Kia Tasman will also be competitive with trucks with lower price points, such as the Isuzu D-Max, for example, which goes in a range between $32,000 and $67,500, or the Nissan Navara, which roughly goes between $33,000 and $70,000 Australian, depending on the version you pick. The same approach is expected in other markets, including North America, where we hope the Tasman will arrive one day. So, what do you think of the new Kia Tasman? Are these reasons enough to pick it over the bigger names in the segment? Let us know in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe. Thanks for watching, and see you next time.